Hi, everyone. I'm Kathy from Simple Fit Physical Therapy. And today, what I'm going to do is to show you 6 simple exercises that you can do lying down to help strengthen up your core. The reason this is important is because we need to have a strong midsection to prevent low back pain and to move about safely. So let's get right into it. I'm going to have to ask Jersey to move, though. Jersey, do you mind moving? Come on. So the first exercise I'm going to do is a pelvic tilt. I'm going to lie down on my back. If you need a pillow, you can grab one. You can use a mat or you can even lie down on your bed. If it's hard for you to get up and down from the floor, I do have a video that shows how to get up and down from a floor, so you might try that. But otherwise, I'm going to just lie down on my back with my head on the pillow. Well, there's no pillow. I'm going to lie down on my back on the floor with my knees bent. And what I'm going to do with the pelvic tilt, I don't know if you can see along here, but what I want to do is I want to roll my pelvis back and hold that position. So as I'm doing this, I'm drawing my belly button into my spine. I'm making sure that I continue to breathe, and I just hold that position between 5 and 10 seconds. And I'm not sure exactly how long it's been, but then I'm going to release. So again, I'm going to roll the pelvis back, belly button to the spine, continue breathing and holding it between 5 and 10 seconds. Now, if you're doing these at home, you can repeat between 5 and 10 of these. So rolling the pelvis back, belly button to the spine, and hold. Now, this is the beginning position for all of the rest of the exercises. So when you're doing this, you don't want to have your back completely smashed in like that. You just want to find a nice neutral position so that your back is fairly flat, but still the core is engaged and it's not causing any pain. None of the exercises that we're doing here today should cause any pain. So after we've done the pelvic tilt, the next one we're going to do is alternating upper extremity flexion. So what that's going to look like, and it's going to look somewhat robotic. I'm going to lift one arm and then the opposite arm. And as I'm doing that, I'm maintaining my pelvic tilt and I'm keeping my belly button drawn in towards my spine to keep that core activated. The next exercise I'm going to do is alternating hip flexion. So for this, I'm going to lift up one leg. I'm going to keep it at about a 90-degree here, and I'm going to alternate left and right. Again, I'm keeping that pelvic tilt. I'm keeping the belly button to the spine. And if you look at the front of my hips here, you don't want it rocking back and forth. So some people will say that if I were to put a cup of tea on my stomach, it would not fall off. And if when you're doing these, if you can't tell where your leg is in space, you can look up a little bit just to see where you are. There we go. And on these, I would want to do about 10. Okay. The next exercise is very similar to what we just did. And we're going to start off with that posterior pelvic tilt, stomach muscles activated. Now we're going to alternate left and right, extending the knee. The legs are going to stay about even and bring it down. So I'm extending the knee one at a time. And again, we'd want to do about 10 on each side of these. And you could tell I had to reset a little bit there. For me, when I'm doing these, if I have um, my fingers kind of palpating or touching the front of my hips or the anterior superior iliac spine, I feel like I can stay a little bit more, I can maintain the position just a little bit better. And that's what you want. Alrighty. Now the next one, way back in the day, they used to call it dead bug exercises. And I'm going to combine two of the motions we've already done. So we've already done alternating arms, and we've already done alternating hip flexion. And now we're going to combine those two together. So I'm going to do one arm with the opposite leg, and that's going to look something like this. I'm going to keep my stomach muscles activated, keep my pelvic tilt, and I'm going to alternate left and right, making sure I keep my pelvis in the correct position and the stomach muscles are activated. So that means the belly button is towards the spine. And for my arms, with these, I like to go up to about maybe 120, 130 degrees. So if you look at this angle here, I like to go about here. So any further than that, what happens is sometimes the back will arch and we'll lose that core stabilization. So we're keeping the core stabilized, one arm, opposite leg, and we would do about 10 of these. Now, these are really great for coordination as well. If you've lost a little bit of that reciprocal arm swing, these can be quite tricky for some people. And the last one is going to be a bridge. So as we've done before, a little bit of a tilt, stomach muscles activated, lifting up the buttocks. And when you're doing these, if you start to have a little bit of a cramp, you can just dig in your heels and lift up. Just like that. You'll want to hold it for a few seconds and come back down. So we're lifting up, holding it for a few seconds, and coming back down. Yeah, Jersey was pretty excited about here because this is usually about the time of day that we would go for a walk. So she thinks it's playtime sometimes when we get down on the floor together. But she's settled down. She's watching. Are you learning? Are you learning? You're such a good girl, aren't you? So those are the easy exercises that you can do for lumbar stabilization. They're really great and really easy to do. So please give them a try. If you have any questions, please put it down in the comments below and contact your doctor or your local physical therapist if you need specific exercises for you. Can you can you go sit down over there? Go. Go. No, no, go sit down. Okay. They won't be able to see me. Can you please go lay down? Stay. Stay. I know, it's not playtime. It's not playtime. I love you, but no, I can't. No. Alrighty, so finally, the first exercise we're going to do is a pelvic tilt. Now I'm just going to lie down on my back